All right, welcome first grade. Notice I didn't just say welcome room 10. Okay, we've got Mr. Moreno's children from room 8. We have Miss Abundi's students from room 7 and room 10. So all of first grade, welcome. Okay, this is an explanation of everything that comes in your tote bag. So we've got brand new school supplies. Yay! We got markers, crayons, pencils, scissors, glue sticks, got all kinds of things. So open up all your packages and keep everything in your nice pencil pouch. Please keep this in a place that's away from little brothers and sisters. This has been an order that for the whole school, so we want to make sure we take care of it. And in our tote bag, let's go over everything that comes in the tote bag. Okay, parents, at the very front, I know it's backwards, but I'll explain it to you. At the very front of the tote bag, the first paper you're going to see are the lesson plans, okay? So every day, every single day, there will be a YouTube lesson for reading, not spelling. No, everybody knows how to do their spelling. We're good with the spelling. So reading, math, science, and on Fridays we'll have a writing lesson, okay? That will be on there. So everything's on here, and let's go over everything that's on here and the booklets that you have to match it, okay? So let's just do a little overview there. Okay, so it says daily expository passage number 1, can you run faster than a flying bird? That will have a lesson. So Monday, that's a lesson. Then we have a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, okay? So this starts on Monday. You have Thursday and Friday to get on Epic, Scholastic, Happy Numbers, whatever website you're getting on. Read, practice math, play math games, and read, okay? If you have any leftover work from before, from the packets that we sent home before, finish your leftover work, okay? I know in room 10, I asked you to turn it in at the curbside, so I'll be there collecting it. Some teachers might collect it at curbside. Some teachers might collect it at the end of the school year, like when it gets closer in June. Some teachers might just have you take a picture of it and send it, however that works. So for my class, I'm asking that they turn it back in when we do the curbside pickup so I can collect all their finished work. But we're not super concerned with that right now. We just want them learning, okay? We just want them doing math, reading. Okay, so let's go over what's in here. So expository passage, well, what is that? This is new, okay? The kids are going to want to be tempted to try to read this by themselves. They need to read it with a parent, okay? Read it with older brother, read it with older sister, or read it with mom or dad. Then they're going to want to just circle, like filling in the bubble, they're going to want to circle. They're used to doing fill in the bubble tests, okay? But they're going to want to just circle the answer, and no, that's not what we're going to do, okay? In room 10, what we do, we take a highlighter, and you have a highlighter now because you have markers. So you got your markers right there, and there's a yellow one in here, so there's yellow for highlighting, okay? So you have a highlighter. Now we're going to go through every day, and we're going to hunt for and highlight the answers here, and then go through and talk about the different choices. And there's usually about, I think just 3 every day. 3 questions every day. But you'll see, we teachers make this a 30-minute lesson, okay? It's not something to go through very quickly, okay? And there's 1 per day. So that's what this whole packet goes, warm-up number 1 all the way to 30, okay? So just do 1 every day, and it matches exactly what's on the lesson plan here. So when it says expository passage, that's what this is. I think down here it just says, it calls them daily warm-ups, okay, but this is the expository passage, and you'll see it says the title, can you run faster than a flying bird? Or for the next one, it says, you and the rhino, you are a rhino? No, you and the rhino, okay, and it has the title of it right here. Mr. Moreno made this and labeled it really well, okay, so there's that. We have instructions on how to get onto Think Central. Some of you are already doing it. In my class, I put it on the things to do list. What I want you to do, I put it on there for you. And Mr. Moreno has also given instructions so you can find the books on there. Some of you want easier books and some of you want harder books, okay? And so there's that on there for you. It's in English and in Spanish. It talks about how to get onto the, to find the leveled reader, to find the decodable books, and the anthology. Well, let's talk about what those are. Okay, so it says the decodable books, okay? right here. We were on Unit 4, Lesson 19. Now we're on Unit 4, Lesson 20. We finished Lesson 19 in class right before we were torn away from each other and not allowed to be in class anymore. Okay, so bedtime for Ray. That is the story we're starting on. It's Unit 4, Lesson 20. It's going to be at the back of the book, okay? So Lesson 21 is going to be in Unit 5. So for this week, we're using this book. Then we'll go on to the next book. If you can get on Think Central, great. If you can't get on Think Central, that's okay. If you can't get on Think Central, that's okay. Please keep trying. But I will be reading this every day on YouTube, okay? So this is the Decodable book. We'll be doing a lesson on this on YouTube, but do try to get on Think Central and read it on there. And it talks about how to get on the leveled readers. The leveled readers are for medium, for low, medium, and high, different levels of reading in the classroom. And that's what we do at guided reading groups with the teacher's aide or with the teacher, where everybody has their own level that they're working at, okay? We all read this story together, but for guided reading and leveled reading, everybody has a book that their own, with their own level, okay? And it explains how to get on there also, okay? The anthology textbook, that's this right here. I call it the hardback book, okay? And we're on Lesson 20. It's Little Rabbit's Tale. Okay, so it says it right here. It says Little Rabbit's Tale right there. Okay, and I think Mr. Moreno even labeled, if we can go back on the other one, Mr. Moreno even labeled, okay, Bedtime for Ray. He labeled the name of the story for Monday. So it's right there. Bedtime for Ray. That's our decodable book. Decodable means you're able to decode it. It's our phonics reader. Okay, it's our reader that has our sight words and our sound spelling for the day. Okay, and there's some sound spellings I was playing around with. So it has our sound spelling for the week, and it has all of our sight words. So that's our phonics book, our decodable book. But he has the title. Mr. Moreno put the title right there for us, okay? So we start with Monday, reading right there, okay? I'll be reading it every day on YouTube. And this is also on Think Central. Little Rabbit's Tale, it's right here in that first box. There it is, Little Rabbit's Tale. I know everything's backwards, but that's all right. So in this this type of camera, everything's backwards. So when I do YouTube, it is not backwards. Don't worry about it. That's just for, this is just happening because I'm using my laptop camera, okay? So I can have both hands free. So there's that right there, okay? So there's our anthology textbook and our decodable reader, but don't worrying about what book it is. The title of the book, the story is right there, so just match the story, okay? So there's that. You can look for the leveled readers on Think Central. You can look for the leveled readers to find your child's level, and your child's teacher can also text you or email you to let you know what level they are, okay? And I think we can set that up on Epic too. So if some of you guys are doing reading on Epic, Epic lets us set their level too. So Epic's a really cool website. So let's get on to the rest of the stuff. All right, this next part's pretty easy. Parents, you know it. Spelling. Here's our spelling for the week. You know it. Same exact thing that we're used to, okay? I'm not even going to go over that. So this week we're doing compound words starting on Monday, April 20th. Compound words, and I'll have a lesson for that. I might go over on Mondays, I might go over the spelling list. I'm not going to do a spelling lesson every single day because it's exactly what we had for homework. And you have it, okay? Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's your little test, okay? So you have week 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Okay, there's 7 weeks. We have 7 weeks. That's all the rest of April, okay? All of May, and what is it, like a week in June? I think it's a week in June. So, yep, it is a week in June. So June 1st through June 4th, okay? So June 4th is the last day of school, only we're not together, so... but everything's in here, okay? So just follow along in here. Okay, so there's this spelling. Pretty self-explanatory. All right, let's move over here to the next thing. It says Reader's Notebook, okay? Everything for the week is Lesson 20. Just like you're used to Lesson 20 for the spelling, Lesson 20 is for everything, okay? So let's go to the Reader's Notebook. Lesson 20 is right here, okay? Lesson 20, right here. So we have Lesson 20 there's usually about 16 pages every week. In my classroom, we usually do 4 pages on Monday, 4 pages on Tuesday, 4 pages on Wednesday, 4 pages on Thursday, and we don't do it on Friday, okay? Same thing with this little reader here. There's a story Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no story on Friday. Friday we focus more on science, makeup, testing, things like that. So Friday's a good catch-up day, okay? So our reader's notebook will have, you'll see lesson 20, and it goes all the way through, let's see, all the way through here, okay? So, and this one even has a fun extra story for the end of Unit 4, all about whales. If Mrs. White remembers to grab the whale book, I can make that a lesson on YouTube for those of you who want a little extra, okay? So that's lesson 20 in Reader's Notebook. And it'll say in Reader's Notebook, it'll tell you what pages to do. It says pages 62 through 65. And it says pages 66 through 70, okay? So just do 4 pages per day, and that's right there. All right, let's go over to the Write-In Reader. The Write-In Reader is only for Thursdays. I love the Write-In Reader. It goes with our words that we're doing for the week, like we're doing compound words, okay? If it was a sound spelling EE and EA, it would match that. So it's matching the spelling, the lesson 20, it's matching this, okay? So it's all about compound words, okay? So Write-In Reader, lesson 20, and right here, it's all about nature, okay? Lesson 20. And there will be a lesson on this. I will have a lesson on Thursdays. There'll be a lesson for this, okay? All right, so let's move along. Spelling, you got it. You know what to do for spelling. All right, for math, let's go over our 2 math books. The kids know them. In room 10, I call them Koala Bear with Linker Cube and Koala Bear without Linker Cubes, okay? So there's a Koala Bear with the Linker Cubes, with the blocks, and there's Koala Bear with no blocks. Our main lesson is in this one. This is our main lesson. This is homework and remembering. You might recognize it with the spelling that was part of your homework, okay? It's called homework on one side. The other side is called remembering, okay? So let's just look, okay? All right, so this side is homework. It might be the new skill that we're learning in class for our lesson that matches this, okay? But the back where it says remembering, that's just a spiral review. It's a mix of a whole bunch of things to practice and review so we don't forget our old concepts, okay? So here it'll say, it says the workbook on there, okay? Workbook, pages 245 and 246, and that's from the lesson right here. We are skipping, we're not starting with Unit 6. You're going to see Unit 6 right here, okay? We are doing it in a little different order. So we have just finished, let's see, we just did place value, okay? 10s and 1s, and we did a lot with place value for Unit 5. And then it goes, Unit 6 goes on to something different, Unit 7 is something different, and then Unit 8 gets back on to place value. So we'd like to put them together. So we did Unit 5 in class, and that was a lot of what I sent home in room 10. I sent them a lot of place value. We're doing Unit 8 that is regrouping using place value. You know, like 13 plus 18. You take the 8 plus the 3, and it's 11. Drop a 1, carry the 1. 1 long, 1 cube, add it coming down, okay, to the tens place. So that's what that's all about. So it's place value with regrouping, okay, carrying it over. When you get to 10, trade it up and move it over to the tens place, okay? That's what that's all about. So, main math book and homework and remembering. I don't think we had time. We did not. We were really, really rushed. We only had 1 day, and a lot of teachers trying to copy all at the same time. We had a lot to pack, okay? So, I don't think it's in here. So, the homework and remembering that matches this, whatever lesson you're on, there's a matching lesson. There's a matching lesson in here. So if it says page 245 and 246, that's the beginning of Unit 8. So let's go ahead and look at that, okay? And I will have a lesson. I'll have a lot of explanation. And it has it right here, okay? So there's the beginning, and it always has a parent letter, okay? Dear family kind of gives the explanation here. That's what the unit's all about. Okay, then it gets to that. There's 245 and 246. If you look in the corner, up here, right here. It says 8.1. I know it's backwards, but it says 8.1. Well, if you go in this book and you look up 8.1, everything else we put, Mr. Moreno put the page numbers, he put the title, everything. We just didn't have time to add this, okay? So 8.1, I go look right here, and 8.1, just like you had for homework. There's 8.1 remembering, and you got it, 8.1 homework, okay? And it all matches. Oh, I was pointing to the wrong side. Ah! Okay, so there's 8.1. Okay, so you've got 8.1 remembering and 8.1 homework that matches this. Okay, and every day on YouTube when I'm doing my videos, I will be talking about this, and I will just tell you to pause the screen. It helps if when you're watching YouTube, if you're holding the remote control, pause it so you can go get whatever I'm telling you to get for the next lesson, and then we'll jump from this book to that book. Okay, there might be some extra math practice pages. We're trying to copy those if we have time to copy those and put those in here as well. We're working on that. So right now it's Wednesday. We spent yesterday, Tuesday, putting all this together, and we're going in early Thursday morning to see what else we can stuff, how much work we can stuff in here for you. So we might put some math practice in there also. Okay, we're going to put a paper ruler. There's some measurement, okay, and a paper number line. We're going to put that in here too, okay. So most families don't have, we don't have rulers at home, okay. So we'll have that in there for you also. I know my class has their number grid, and I'll try to copy so that everybody else has a number grid at home too. And there might be a number grid in here in the book. It might have one, and it might not. It might be in our old book. So try to make sure everybody has a number grid also, okay? We use number grids all the time in the classroom. All right, math facts. You're used to your math facts. Your teacher will tell you what math facts you are on. I took a picture of my math poster for my class, I'll text everybody in my classroom and let them know what math facts they're on. We just made a packet for everybody. So it's like +2s all the way to mixed addition. So you turn it to whatever page you're on, okay? Whatever page you're on, you flip it to that, and you use the dry erase marker on top of it. 60 problems in 4 minutes, okay? And the kids know how to do this. I will make a math facts lesson just for this later on, okay? So, I think we got most everything here. All right, time to move on to habitats. Okay, this is our habitat unit that we do every year, and we didn't want to not do it just because we can't be together. It's super fun, okay? There will be daily lessons, okay? So, you're going to see, okay, what's a habitat booklet and what's a habitat little worksheet, okay? And we're going to be doing this for 7 weeks. Then we get into every habitat. So you've got construction paper. You have 7 pages, 7 pieces of construction paper, okay? So on each construction paper, we'll be making a scene. So it starts off with Arctic, polar, tundra, okay? So we have a booklet, a reading booklet, and I will be doing a lesson on that, a booklet for polar habitat in the Arctic, the tundra, and then here's the animals. We take the animals and we put them onto a scene, and we decorate the scene to go with it, okay? And then we have a little tundra, polar bear, tundra, polar, Arctic, I know it has 3 names, and we have a little word search to go with it also, okay? So, then it gets into oceans. We've got ocean animals, and we've got a booklet for oceans. Then we've got ocean animals and a little ocean word search. So every week you'll see that, okay? You'll see that every single week. Same thing, okay? So for deserts, there'll be a week of deserts. We'll have the booklet, the animals, and the desert word search, okay? So every time there's animals, we're going to cut and glue the animals onto their habitat. We're going to decorate and draw the habitat the way that it should be, and we're going to glue that onto here. There will be lessons every week. It's just 1 per week, okay? So that's all we're doing for science. We read the booklet, We color and cut out animals that are from that habitat, from that home, and we glue them onto here, and then we do a fun word search. That's it, okay? Kids love this. Every year it's one of the favorite things, so we didn't want to leave that out, and it's super fun, okay? So that kind of explains that. So if they get all mixed up, you'll kind of understand what's in there. That's why you've got construction paper, okay? The first one is just what's a habitat. I guess you could. You could cut and glue all the different habitats onto one from this one, okay? There's 7 weeks. So I think we did, I don't know if we did 6 or 7. I'm not sure, but I know you have 7 of these. So, but I'll explain it in the lessons starting for Monday, okay? And I think that's everything. We have PE lessons and we have music lessons on here, okay? And this is from your PE teachers, Mr. Munoz and Miss Reyes Flores, and this is from Mrs. Pinner, okay? And they have lessons here for you, websites to get on, and all kinds of fun activities. They just try to make it fun, okay? So parents, do as much as you can. If you just do one a week, great. If you want to do one every day, as much as you have time for, if it gives you ideas to do fun PE and fun little music. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just do 1 a week or just do 2 a week. Don't feel like you have to do all of it. Remember, I don't teach music and I don't teach PE on top of everything else I'm teaching in the classroom. So do whatever you have time for, okay? And if there's some websites that kids can get on while you're cooking dinner, they can get on Go Noodle and do exercises, and they can get on some fun little music websites or play some of these little music games that are in here if it's easy for you as parents. If it feels like a little too much, don't worry. Their heart was just to, the music and art and PE teachers just wanted to give you activities for your child so they're not missing out on PE, music, and art. It's not to overwhelm you, it's just to give you options. So it's just there for you if you want it, just so they can show you that they care about the kids and they want to give the kids as much as they can. Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's everything that's in your tote bag. And we will see you, well, by the time you're watching this, we've already seen you. So I'm videotaping this on Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow, Thursday, at the curbside pickup. By the time you're watching this, you've already gotten your baggie and got all your goodies at home. All right. Happy learning. Call us, text us, email us with any questions you have. All right. Thank you. And if you want, you can subscribe to this channel, Leanne White. Mrs. White, but it just says Leanne White for my first name. Yes, that's my first name. So Leanne White, and that's my YouTube channel. Check in here every day. All right. Happy learning. Bye-bye.